So would I recommend it for everyday cooking? No. Would I buy it as a camping fry pan? No. Would I buy it again? Actually, no. It just got downgraded to 2 stars. Okie dokie artichoke. Today we've got the Tefal or Tefal Easy Clean Plus. Got a 30cm, not a 32cm, so that lid and other things I've showed you before, like, oh, maybe I haven't showed you the splatter cover fits over it properly. I also don't think I've got a 30cm pan, but it stuck out to me for a few reasons. One is on special. I love things that are on special. It was 27 bucks, I think, so marked down slightly, about 20%. It's in Coles I don't normally go to either, but it looks like you can find these online a fair bit. However, it makes a few claims. So 100% easy to clean. Well, it's hard to define 100% easy, but sure. It's got this perfect searing thing where it apparently changes color. It's got a perfect cook guarantee, so we'll see. Titanium non-stick is interesting. I wonder if that's the little bits in there or if that's actually like the entire coating. Diffusion base, so even cooking. We're definitely gonna be able to test that out. We're testing out the non-stick. We're gonna see if it changes color. We're gonna see if it's easy to clean. So Tefal commitment, non-stick, no PFOAs, cadmium, lead, anything like that. I've had some of their fry pans before. I've had some of their equipment before. I tried out one of their induction cookers, and as you know, wasn't hugely impressed. So I thought I'll give this fry pan a quick test. We'll also try to scratch it lightly just with a fork. If we're flipping something with a fork, we'll see if it sticks, we'll see if it changes color, we'll see how easy it is to clean, we'll see if it cooks evenly, and then I'll throw some water on it and see if it warps. So right now it's actually sitting very nicely. Let's get this cardboard off. If you want to see the back, it's much like the front, same picture. There is this interesting, that the little dots must be part of the titanium coating. But so far, it seems pretty good. The handle is wobbly out of the box. Now, that's easily fixed with a screwdriver and, if you can see in there, and it's actually a pretty beefy screw and there's no lump on the inside. So I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't weigh much. We grab this bad boy out. Silicone feeling. Oh no, that's a plastic handle. It's got 2 different types of plastic, a smooth plastic and a grippy plastic. So I would much rather a silicone coated handle, but as long as that's a heat resistant plastic, that's fine. And it weighs 670 milliliters, so 0.67 kilos. It's pretty good. It's fairly light. That makes me dubious about whether or not it does actually cook evenly. It's a very thin base. See, it's got a thin wall. It has a little bit of flex. It says perfect searing, durable non-stick, even cooking. It doesn't say really anything I can see about, oh, it says a lot of crap in there about how many layers it has. Jeez, does this not have an English section? Here we go. Guaranteed for 2 years, that's pretty good. Coating does not cover scratches or discoloration due to aging or overheating. Before first use, wash and then wipe with cooking oil. No, because no one does that. Do not overheat your cookware. It seems to indicate here something about a lid and maybe a pregnant woman and keeping an eye on it and not scratching it, and the handle is not heat resistant. So something about I'm maybe it's just a potbelly dude. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But that's a shame about the handle. At least being screwed on, it should be easy to swap with a more decent handle than this wobbly crap. It also has a mark that could have been from my car. But we'll do the usual test. So for that, we've got our Nationwide electrical induction cooker, and I've actually bought the correct induction cooker last time because, as you know, or as you might have clued onto, I grabbed the wrong one before. So first things first, let's see how evenly this heats. For that, I'll put down a bit of a tissue, a towel, give it a spray with water that doesn't want to come out. Make sure that's nice and centered. I'll give the water a tick to make sure that's fairly even. It looks like it needs a bit more up there. All right. Then we're going to turn the induction cooker on and see just how evenly this actually heats up. Centered there, on. 1800 watts. Ah. This isn't compatible with an induction cooker. Well, that's going to be a problem for us, isn't it? And now the induction cooker's done nothing and wants to cool itself down. I did pull this one apart, so it might be a little bit faulty. For now though, let's don't even know. Alright, so now we're set up in front of my stove and I can't monitor this, and the stove is dirty and the audio is going to be different and the lighting's different, but it's what we're going to do. So I'll bring my things across. Don't even know what you can see because I can't see the screen. We'll wet this a bit more and then let's turn this on low and see what happens. Wrong one. So as we get with a lot of induction cookers, there is just a ring of heat. This says it dissipates the heat. So let's see how that goes. That's on a medium on a large burner. So about that, if you can see that. Okay, it is spreading it a bit. It's leaving some wetness over here, but you can see where it's starting to dry, kind of. Wait, that's the shadow. Alright, let's get this light directly on it. There we go. Okay, we're seeing bubbles start to form at quite a few different places. So this may be fairly even. It's annoying that I can't use the induction cooker. That instantly loses some points for this, so it's most likely going to be aluminium, which would make sense with the weight. But it's dispersing that heat quite well. Put that back. We'll deal with the shadow again. I'm not holding that the entire time. In fact, what if we just point it? No, whatever. I'm quite happy with that. That looks like it was actually dispersing the heat nicely. So we'll give this a quick wipe down. And then we'll try out the kind of first test really that we always do. The egg. We'll cook an egg and we'll see if it sticks. We're not going to use any oil or anything like that. I have to keep checking that this is actually recording and hasn't stopped for some janky reason, and that it's picking up my audio. That's not how you crack an egg. Into the compost with that. And let's crank this up a little bit. To speed up the cooking, I'm going to put my 32cm lid that's not compatible with the 32cm fry pan on top. Also dirty, don't judge me for it. I've been busy cooking and then not cleaning up after myself. It was delicious. I had such a good chicken soup. Now, I don't know if you've ever had an egg cooked without any oil. It's actually really weird and rubbery. I'm not a fan of it. Turns out you really do need oil when you're cooking an egg. This is just a test for the sake of the non-stick and the little metally things. If you do eat your egg with no oil, no butter, nothing lubricant, just, you know, dry cooked or water cooked or whatever. Water cooked's fine actually, boiled, poached, that's all good. Dry cooked, yeah, you're weird. Nearly done. That's actually looking pretty yummy. Alright, let's flip her over, see what happens. Sorry, I was just facing the other way. Oh, that is not stuck. Huh. Alright. Well, for the first time, that's kind of expected. I think, has that thing changed colour? That didn't used to be there. Is that thermo dot? Let's turn that off. So the first time you cook something, the reason I try to put the egg in roughly the same spot, if there's any like slight oil coating, which we already would have picked up with the water, or some very fine coating, the egg's going to absorb that first. So when you flip it over, the second thing in it might stick. We're going to test that more and more, but the egg is a good upfront test. Get the, I'll put this on a plate in case Gil wants to eat a dry egg. Hope that doesn't fog up the camera, but looks good. So, very, very little bit of stick, but it did pretty much wipe itself free. I'll be curious after a few eggs. That's definitely starting to show something there. Sorry about the focus. So, what happens if we put an ice cube on that? Don't do this to any fry pans you care about. It's not good for them. The reason it's not good for them is because it makes them warp, especially if they're bio or triple metal layers. This one obviously isn't, but it will still warp. Aluminium expands when it gets hot, like most things do, especially metals, and when you cool it rapidly, it will cool in the wrong place and like kind of twist itself. Alright, so that thermosignal thing is not doing much right now. Pull this out, we'll try again. We'll see what happens. We're going to heat it all the way up. So it says that is for frying, for searing, as you can see here. So start when it goes dark. That's hard to tell. Let's cool it some more. That egg is just so wrong. Alright, now we'll turn it back on, boil the water away because there is no chance if the water's not boiling that you can sear anything on it. So this is at maximum heat. And let's see if that changes colour or exactly what happens. And then we'll sear some sugar. How about that? Let's see how good this ancient stick is. With a big old wad of sugar. Okay, so currently it's red, and you can see a little bit of the logo and the wording on there. A little symbol. I'll zoom this in and still keep focus. Now, according to this, it's meant to be bright red, and then when it goes dark, okay. Yeah, that's all the wording's gone away. That's kind of cool. Can you see that? Yeah. No more wording. So it's probably hot. I don't have my thermal gun with me, but that was a definite change. So let's sear this sugar, aka napalm. No, it's not really. It's just really sticky stuff. Don't get it on you. I've done it once before and it sucks. Oh wow, that was cool. That is not what I expected to happen, so I hope that looked as awesome on the video as it does for me. You can see here, all the sugar starting to crystallise and do its thing. It's going to give us the sickly sweet, sorry about all the noise, the sickly sweet smell of molasses. Now you can see there is a lot of smoke coming off that now. There could be a coating on there that is cooking off, so I will crack one more egg after all of this and retest that non-stick, so they say. Alright, that should be enough heat for that sugar to melt. It looks like most of the smoke is coming off the sugar, which is what we want. That's going to smell so good. But there is definitely, I'm very certain there's smoke coming off the pan in general, or there was at the start. So I'm going to leave this recording for a minute. There might be a little bump to the camera because I'll try to plug its power supply back in, but let's just let this cool down and let this molasses set and then see how easily it comes off, because I really think it will take some effort. Alright, I said don't touch the napalm, but I had to touch it anyway. So let's get out that last bit of water. Cloth. And give it a scrape and see how stuck this is. Now, I don't think it's fully cooled. Yeah, there's a bit of heat left in it, so it's probably going to be slightly soft, which means it might not come off as well. But I mean, they said guaranteed non-stick or something to that effect, so it shouldn't stick at all. Wrong utensil for that. Alright, it's making a mess, but it actually hasn't stuck as much as I thought. You can see from these little crispy bits that's coming off. So I'm going to stop recording for now. We're going to let this fully cool down, and then I'll see how it peels off. We'll also probably scratch the shit out of it. Alright, it is nice and cold now, and you can hear that crackling as we flex it slightly. So let's see. So once it come off. I was hoping it'd just come off in one big thing, but it doesn't really want to. We'll try the old knifey trick. Exactly what every good fry pan needs. It's definitely still slightly sticky somehow. Oh, there's a nice first big scratch in it. So yeah, it is. Look, there is definitely a good non-stick coating here. This isn't the best that I've seen. This isn't the worst that I've seen. The cheapo Kmart fry pan did better than this. It's so close to go. You can see that spreading underneath. I'm just scratching the living shit out of it too. No. So look, it's definitely good. It came with a wobbly handle. It did some non-stick. In fact, let's redo it with another egg on the side and see if that sticks or not. Wrong one again. For about 20 bucks, I'd say it's pretty good. It wouldn't be my everyday. It'll definitely be handy to have, but it wouldn't be kind of my go-to for most things. Yeah, the reason is I just don't trust the quality. It's aluminium, so it's not going to work on the induction cooker. It's quite thin, so its heat retention, its thermal mass isn't great. The handle isn't oven safe or fire safe, so there's a bit of an issue there. And the non-stick isn't awesome. It's definitely good, but it's not awesome. Let's cook another egg just off to the side there and see what happens. Cook it at maximum berries. So as you can see, the non-stick coating is actually really thin and flaked off really easily, but that is staying non-stick. Let's turn that off before we have a fire. We are currently cooking an egg in sugar. I don't like how easily that flaked off there. You can see there is almost like the black layer, then there's a grey layer underneath, and there's metal. I don't know if you can see that, but oh dear God. That looks so unappealing. The sugar's kind of acting like the, this thing's probably gonna have to go in the bin. Sugar's acting like the oil here, isn't it? The lubricant as such. Disgusting. And then what we'll do is the thing you should never do. Pour cold water into a hot fry pan, especially if you've got oil, extremely dangerous. But what we want here is for it to change temperature very quickly. We did let it cool down a little bit first, but no significant amount. Oh, alright, I'm going to run this under the sink because that is heating the water up pretty quickly. Alright, I'll run that under the sink, front and back, and yeah, we can see it's got a bit of a wobble there. It feels like it's bulged out right in the middle, which is what we'd expect from aluminium. So stock standard, nothing to complain about, no winning there either. So we'll give it a wipe down with a towel to try out this last thing that I'm going on about easy clean. Where's my focus about there? And then donate to someone who needs a fry pan. Alright, so yeah, a fair bit of it came off. Not all of it, we'll need to scrub it. My summary is I'd give it 3 out of 5 stars. For something that's only 20 bucks is quite good. Failings of the handle, lack of induction, lack of good non-stick. This little thing is a bit of a gimmick, but pretty cool. Its size is quite adequate. It's nice and light, which is of course because it's not multiple materials. As price is right. So would I recommend it for everyday cooking? No. Would I buy it as a camping fry pan? No. Would I buy it again? Actually, no. It just got downgraded to 2 stars. Hope that helps someone make an informed decision about buying this piece of crap. It does have its benefits, but don't expect more than an average fry pan. Till then, thanks for coming by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the crap that YouTube wants you to do. God, I hate YouTube. I've got another channel that earned enough to do the partner program and earn money. I did it for a week and actually left the partner program so that I didn't earn any more money because it was such a nightmare. What an utter garbage factory. Take care.